Hello guys, today we will see the problem Leetcode problem number 3453, which is the separate squares 1. So this is a part 1 problem, and the part 2 is a very hard, difficult. So we will try the first part. Now you have the given 2D integer array squares, each squares of I, xi and yi and li. We have given the xi, yi and the li, means the x and y coordinates of that particular left hand side, left bottom left point. Okay, these are the coordinates of the bottom left point, and l represent their length and breadth. So it is a square, so all the sides will be same. Then after that we it is parallel, that the square will be parallel to the x-axis. It is given there. Now find the minimum y coordinate value of a horizontal line such that the total area of the squares above the line equal the total area of the squares below the line. Okay, so we have to find the any of the line which will divide both the sides with the equal area. Okay, so we have to find out any of the line like this. Y is equal to any of the line which will divide both the side having the same area. Okay, now the answer, the squares may overlapping areas should be counted multiple times. Okay, so multiple times we can count that area. Okay, after that let's see let's see this example. If we have any of the this two, let's see the second example. Okay, so we have this one. Okay, this one as our example. So by reading the problem statement, we can surely get to know about that we have to get the binary search. Okay, if but the in binary search we come across the problem that it cannot be solved using binary search only, because it can the when we use binary search, so in most of the times we have the integer value. Okay, because we are increasing our left and right to get the binary search solution. Okay, so in the integer, but here the answer can be very means in a decimal format. So that's why how we will increase the left or right. Okay, so here is the task. Okay, we can say, so to increase that, we can see that the binary search is getting the answer by making nearly 100 of iterations. Okay, so that's why we can perform the binary search 100 times nearly. Okay, so now just for the sake of example, we are taking this. So just this is the 0, this is the 1, this is the 2. Okay, now it is not on the 1. Okay, this line doesn't lie on the 1. Okay, now we can take any of the line, like firstly our middle will be this, but this square is overlapping it, and this area must be counted as a double. Okay, so it cannot be divided as a divided from this line, it cannot be divided as a middle one, because it cannot divide both the side having the same area. So that's why we have to go something up. So now firstly we will having the high means we can say left or right. Okay, or high or low. So first our mid will be this, but this cannot be the answer, so here our fails. Now again the mid will be calculated, then so after this the mid will be calculated again. So now we have the mid, sorry, now we have low. Okay, the low will be changed to this. Okay, here now to get the answer in points, so means in a decimal format, we will doesn't change, we do not change low is equal to mid minus 1. Okay, we will not do this. Okay, low cannot be equal to the mid minus of 1, because if we do this, okay, so the low will be high. Okay, low will be 2. Okay, now but mid, now the answer, our answer can be in between this 2 and 1, in between this 2 and 1. So that's why we will not decrease the low is equal to mid minus 1, because it cannot, it can be the decimal. Okay, answer can be in a decimal. Okay, so that's why we will do only low is low is equal to mid. Okay, after this again we will apply the binary search on it, and after that we will get this, like, okay, this line. Okay, this as a mid. Now if now we will calculate the area of this portion, or we can say that, yeah, because we have to find out the we have to find out that this area and this whole area should be the same. So we can calculate this area or this area. Okay, we can do any of them. Okay, now, okay, so now we can calculate this area or that area. Okay, we can do any of them. If this area is equal to the target, what will be the target area our? Okay, what will be the target area? So the target area will be the total area divided by 2. Okay, total area divided by 2 will be the target area. So we will initially calculate the total area of all the squares which are given to us, and after that we will calculate the required area, which is the total area divided by 2. Okay, now we need the total area divided by 2. So that if we have this area, this whole area is equal to the target, so we can easily change it to the answer is equal to the mid. Okay, means this comes to be the valid answer for two parties to okay, to divide the both the to divide the figure into two different parts which having the same area. Okay, to partition them. Okay, and now in the, let's see how we are doing it in the code. Okay, let's see the code. Okay, so this is the code. Now I will explain you the code, what the working of the code is. Let's see. So here we have, okay, so we do not need this. Okay, without doing this we can do it. Okay, firstly we have initialized it with the high and low. Okay, so we have to figure out the highest that length, highest that y-axis. Okay, highest y-axis means just like this is the one of the square which is present. So the high should be present on this. Okay, high should be present on this, and the low should be the lowest one. Okay, lowest one, y-axis. Okay, y-axis lowest one and y-axis highest one. Okay, so this is the high and low means, and we have initialized it with the 1e9 and 1e9. Okay, now total area, we have to calculate total area. Okay, so in for loop only, in one for loop only, we have get the highest one and lowest one, and the total area we have calculated all three of them. Okay, now we have okay, so the okay, so just focus on this, that high should be calculated by using the y-axis, just like this. We have simply this figure. Okay, so we have given this xi and yi for this point. Okay, xi yi for this point. Okay, so that's why we have to calculate this high. Okay, so this should be the high one. Okay, but we have given to this, but again we have it has given this h also. Okay, this h also we have given. Okay, means the height from this to this. So that's why to find out the this point, to find out this point, we have, okay, we will have to do what we will have to do, sorry. Okay, so we will have to do the yi plus of that the h which is given to us. Okay, h, or here it is indicated by the l. Okay, so we can do it as a l also. Okay, because the height and length and height both are same here in the square. Okay, so that's why we have calculated the height as a this this I of I means this I of 1 and I of 2. We have added both of them. Okay, now let's go ahead in the code. Now we have initialized our answer. Okay, then we have figure out the what will be the required area. Okay, required area, which is the total area divided by 2. Okay, then we have applied the for loop for I from 0 to 100. Okay, so in most of the cases we will get the answer in nearly 100 of the middle, means 100 of the when we find out the middle in 100 of the binary searches we will get the answer. Now then we have the mid. We are calculating the mid by using this the formula. Okay, in particularly this, if we do not want to do this, we can also do the low plus high divided by 2. This can also be valid. Okay, then we are calculating the area which is below. Okay, below we can calculate the area which is below or up, which are up. Okay, up of that line. Okay, so we can do both of them. So let's move on to the calculate area function. So in this function we have initialized the area which we have to calculate. Okay, then we applied the for loop of the squares. Then we have passing the middle element, means what will be the partition y-axis. Okay, what will be the partition of the y line. Okay, then we have okay, we are storing this x, y and l. Okay, then if the y is less than mid, just okay, I will explain this what it means. Just we have this square. Okay, and we are partitioning our this figure by using this. Okay, y is equal to something. Okay, then by partitioning this, if another square is coming down to this line and do not touch to that line. Okay, so this area should not be measured in upward part. Okay, up part. Okay, only the area which is present here. Okay, the area which is present in this part will be valid, and this part do not. Okay, this part will not be considered. So that's why we are checking if the y means, if the y means the coordinate, the leftmost coordinate, if it is present above the mid. Okay, if it is present above the mid, so we can neglect them. Okay, but if the y means the this coordinate, if it is less than the mid, so we can calculate the area. Now again, it can be it can be happen that the any of the square is half cutting to it. Okay, it is cutted with the half. Okay, means just like this. Okay, we are getting this. Okay, so this is the or partition. Okay, now only this much of the area should be covered. This much of the area should be calculated in the lower part. Okay, this is the lower part and this is the upper part. Okay, so only this much of the area should be covered, and this much of the area should be calculated inside the lower part. So now if we are calculating the lower part area, so now what we have to do, if this is the y, so we will get the y I okay, sorry, xi and y axis, xi and y coordinates. Okay, now here, then after this we will calculate the area by using this function. How we will get this? So we know that if this is be cutted, so it will be a rectangle. So the area of rectangle will the length into breadth. So now we have to calculate the length and breadth of this rectangle. So how we will calculate this breadth? Okay, we have the length to us. So yes, this is the length given to us, and now we have to calculate the breadth. So what will be the breadth? Okay, so the breadth will be the mid minus of y. How now? So this is the mid. Okay, this will be the mid. Okay, then after this mid has been given to us, this is the mid. Okay, just a second. Okay, yes, it will be very okay. Yes, now how we will calculate? By using this formula. So in this formula, length can be this. Okay, so the length is from this to this, okay, from this to this is the length which is given to us. Okay, but now length, the minimum from length, also the minimum from the mid minus of y, means this minus of y, means this from this to this. Okay, so we will get the this to this area by using the mid minus of y. Okay, mid minus y. So now after doing this, okay, after doing this, we will add this area and we will return from this function. Again we will come to this function, which this is the for loop which is calculating our binary search. Okay, then area, if the area is greater than equal to the required area, okay, we can say the area is greater than equal to the required area, so the answer will be stored in the mid, and after that answer will be written. Okay, and here the high is equal to mid. So we have discussed earlier that we will do not update with the mid minus of 1. Okay, because if we do this, so it can be present between the mid and mid minus of 1. So that's why we will not do this. Okay, we will not do this because it can be present, the answer may be present between this. Okay, between this the answer may be present. Okay, between this range. Okay, so that's why we will not do this. We will only change the high is equal to mid high is equal to mid and low is equal to mid, okay, to get the answer in the decimal format. So this is the solution. If you are not able to understand any of the concept between them, so you can comment it below and I will be answering your comments. Thank you.